Hello everyone, and welcome to the next video continuing our study of trig functions. We're going to get a couple of examples using sine, cosine, and tangent in order to solve problems. Let's get started. We're going to keep going from the last video, practicing trig functions. In this video, however, we're going to solve some proper problems. So if you have not seen the last video, you'll need to go back to it. Before we get into the examples, a quick reminder that sine, cosine, and tangent will all assume that the hypotenuse of your right triangle is 1, which means when you use sine, cosine, and tangent on your calculator, you're going to get decimals smaller than 1, since the hypotenuse of 1 must be the longest side. Let's see a couple of examples of our trig functions in action. For our first of two examples, we are going to solve this trig ratio to the nearest thousandth. Plugging sine of 14 into my calculator, and the calculator gets 0.24192. It keeps going. I suggest you take a moment to make sure your calculator gets the same answer, because it might not. Some calculators right now are set in radians, which is not the same as degrees, and a subject for a later video. But to change it, go into your modes and check for a setting for radians and degrees. In this example, we're going to solve for a missing side length. We have to round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. First, in order to figure out what we're dealing with here, we need to label the length we're missing, BC, and determine how the angle we do know is related to those two sides. That's tangent, and it's marked by opposite over adjacent, which here is 12 over x. So now that we have this equation, for our first step, the tangent of 52 equals 12 over x. Next, we will take the tangent of 52 and determine its decimal value. Here, it's 1.2799, which is approximately 1.28. Then I will cross multiply and solve. And I get an answer of 9.375, which I'll round to 9.38. In the end, there are a few steps to take when solving a trig function in a problem. First, write your trig equation out to represent the situation. Second, replace the trig expression with the value. And finally, cross-multiply and solve. Remember, your calculator needs to be set up for degrees in order to do this type of question. Wish you the best of luck, stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!